Well, there we have it, Wembley in the background. First glimpse at it for this year's Wembley showpiece against Liverpool. It's quite busy around here already. A lot of Newcastle United fans just settling in, just bedding into base. Looking forward to a huge game tomorrow against Liverpool. And really, for me, I think the optimism has grown as the weeks went on almost. You look at that game against West Ham, there was a bit of doom and gloom going into that game, but Newcastle got the win, they got the clean sheet, they got their confidence, and I think since then we've just seen a little bit of a lift in momentum in terms of confidence. Liverpool obviously losing in the Champions League to PSG on penalties, so they go into this game on a little bit of a downer. Still a world-class team, and Newcastle will have their work cut out against the Reds here at Wembley tomorrow. But as I say, just that optimism in the air, Newcastle fans enjoying what's on offer here on Wembley Way and around London, which we're going to take a look at this afternoon. But ultimately, Newcastle, we're here, we're back again, another big occasion for the black and whites at Wembley.
Well, Warren, great to see you here in London, ahead of the Cup final. Just want to get your thoughts on this one. Huge weekend ahead for Newcastle.
Yeah, it just has a different feeling at the moment. Obviously, a couple of years ago had that excitement, had that anticipation, but more of just like pleasure to be here, great to be here, taking everything and just enjoy the day. This one seems to be a bit more business, a bit more of a expectation for the players and the club, and with Eddie as well and the staff to go out there. We're playing one of the best teams in Europe. Off the back of a huge disappointment in the Champions League against PSG, which was the best team, no doubt about that. I thought they was excellent with Luis Enrique. But yeah, looking forward to it. I was able to get here on London on Wednesday. Bumped into my old mate Rob Lee, so I went and see him a couple of times, and then we're going to see a lot of friends this weekend. But it just has a different feeling that there's a little bit more belief, but you always be a little bit anxious about stepping too far, because I was at Wembley 3 times and always the bridesmaid. So hopefully this time got a great chance of doing it. Obviously key players are missing, but that's sometimes gives someone a chance to step up and take the opportunity.
Yeah, and for these players, they know what's at stake. They could be legends if they can get through this 90 minutes.
Yeah, I mean they're starting to go that way anyway with what they're doing with the likes of Bruno, Joe Linton, Isaac up front, big Dan Burns as well. I've got to say a big congratulations to the big fella at his age, getting a call up. I know what it's like when I was at Wimbledon and getting a call up. It's a great honour, and he thoroughly deserves it. And all I would say to the players is make us proud. Get out there and go and show them how good they are. But yeah, for the occasion, for the moment, go and enjoy it, because it is a chance of a lifetime to be a legend, and they deserve it. Eddie in particular, I've been a big fan of how he conducts himself, how articulate he is with the media and the players, and tactically as well, what he did against Arsenal to get the result. So I'd love it for the fans. We've took over London. It's absolutely magnificent seeing everybody enjoying it, and they deserve it. We've unfortunately failed, as I said, many years ago when I used to have a centre part. It ain't there no more. But now they've got a chance of being legends, and I'll be the first one to congratulate them and have a drink when they've won the game. So fingers crossed. We just pray and hopefully we get a result.
Just a quick one on Livramento. You know what it's like as a full-back to play right back. You played left back for Newcastle a couple of times, I remember. What's that switch like, and do you obviously back him to do everything he can to stop Mo Salah? Yeah,
I mean that's going to be a challenge as well. You've got Kieran Trippier, so he's learnt off of a top player as well, and Kieran being one of the first players to come in. And you know, I watched the game. I watched all the games over in the US, and you know, that game against West Ham, I'd like to see him more with his pace, go out the outside and always come back. I think he's got a decent left foot. He can always put it in there. But listen, I'm not going to tell the kid how to play the game against Mo Salah. There might be a little twist in the tail that maybe Kieran Trippier, who's played more high-level games for England, in particular, playing left back. So you might see something that change over there, but. Lewis Hall is devastating for him because he's a great kid, he's a local kid as well, but we're in good shape with them two young players, and they've got a great fullback at the club as well, Kieran Trippier. So all I would say to both of them is go out there, enjoy it, try and do what Mo Salah did. What Sergio Ramos did to Mo Salah. So, but you know, he's their top player, he's a dangerous player, but we've got some good players ourselves, and we can hurt them, and particularly I think that midfield area is where we can win it.
Brilliant. Thanks for your time, Warren.
Absolute pleasure, my friend. No
So we're going to just tell us a little bit about the event, where you've already met a few fans here, the London Takeover.
Yeah, I mean, we've been invited down there. Loosely worded legends. I'm thinking, well, if it's legends there, who's pulled out? And I've been invited. But no, as I say, it's great for me to catch up with Warren. The good thing about it for me as well, though, is the memories of 2 years ago, and to where, you know, it was just magnificent. Okay, the game and everything didn't go, we want to do it, but I'm saying about being part of Newcastle, as a supporter, as a player, you know, you've got an affinity with it. And me and my son just were saying, right, we're here. And if I could be part of any kind of like little, you know, like get-togethers like it is today, more than merrier. Yeah. So we're, the only thing is I've been told I've got to be careful getting a little bit excited. Because to me, we've done brilliant this year, and as I say, we just hope that we finally get what we've been wishing for a long, long time.
I mean, the build-up to the final's been quite a long one, but it's here now, and compared to even last week, I can feel a bit more optimism in the air after West Ham.
Liverpool going out in Champions League. You know what? Yeah, and the thing of it is, it's like little defining moments, it's like sliding doors. You know, you're waiting to see how, you know, people react. And we had the kick in the nuts, so to speak, when Gordon does that silly thing and gets sent off. Then Lewis Hall, you think that's another one, and then Botman, wherever. But my thing of it is, it gives an opportunity. I'm thinking, Harvey Barnes, come on, you stand up. You know, it's one of them. There's always a story, and I'm just thinking this could be written how it to be. Then I watched Liverpool against PSG. Last thing they wanted was to go to extra time. Last thing they wanted is to get knocked out. I don't care whatever it is; it takes it out of you emotionally when you play at that tempo. Yeah. So yes, they had a couple of injuries. I did want Van Dijk and Salah to be injured, but you can't have it always. I don't want to wish injuries on players. I shouldn't have said that, but you're just desperate for us to win. Yeah. And these are all the little moments that are going to make a difference in this game. Me and you were just talking just before, and I'm going, we need to stop quick. We need to have, and I know the physicality is going out of football a little bit, but not in these games. If there's a 50-50, 60-40, 70-30, just go and smash whoever it is. Every player should say to each one, the first chance we get, whoever it goes to, you go through. It will dictate the start of the game. Hopefully they may react to it as well, you know, and then you get bookings, and I think if it goes down that route, it'll suit us. I think the higher tempo it is, the better we will be for it. So, I know Eddie was he'll be a bit more technical and tactical in his aspects, but that's the first and foremost what will get us the win.
Yeah, and just finally, I mean, if we could all do predictions, we'd be sitting in a mansion somewhere, wouldn't we? But what's your expectation of how the game sort of unfolds?
I do believe it'll be goals, and as I say, it'll be tight. I think it'll be 2-1, and I do believe, I have got this, it's a sickly feeling. You know, people can go, whatever, and that, but you do. I mean, there's certain games you turn up to and you just get a good feel about it. And I just think with the West Ham result, which we were talking about, I think it was fantastic for us. I think there was a buzz around the place, you know, and I saw them celebrating after the game, and you could see it was like getting their heads around, right, we've got a lovely build up to it. I think they're staying at the Grove, so they've stayed out a little bit more as well. And he set up. And then the most beautiful thing of all is that we'll go ahead slightly, because of the fans.
Yeah.
Because I'm just walking through now Covent Garden, Everton House, and you can feel it happening.
Yeah.
And supposedly Liverpool is supposed to be the, you know, they're supposed to be the team that brings the fans.
Yeah.
I think you might have a bit of a surprise this weekend.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for your time. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.